Leo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at career and finances. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. Being a small, non-monetized channel, every single little bit really does make a huge difference to the channel, and I do really appreciate that. Okay, this week I have the Power of Love Oracle. I also have here the Jester Lenormand. And then when we're looking at money and finances, I have the Tanis Lenormand as well. I do apologize for any coughing or sniffling. I've got some ongoing sinus issues, guys, so sorry about that. But we're getting into it for you, Leo. Okay, Leo. What does Leo need to know in regard to career and finances? Career and finances for our Leos. Ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. Okay, so taking stock a little bit here, Leo, recognizing especially your achievements, I feel, taking ownership of how far you have come within your career, your financial situation, but also, those missteps and those mistakes we may have made in the past as well. Taking responsibility. This is all about personal responsibility, taking ownership of, yes, that happened. Yes, I did really good here. Yes, I did, make a mistake there. I'm taking ownership of that personal responsibility. I'm willing to accept the consequences of that, whether it be good or bad consequences. So taking ownership over your own role within your financial situation as well. Okay, I'm picking up here that for some of you, there is a little bit of I hate sort of, being a little bit confronting towards you right off the bat here, Leo, but I am picking up a little bit of like victimization stuff, like blaming someone else, that like, oh, if this person didn't do that to me, I wouldn't be in such a bad financial situation. If this person didn't, and I'm not saying that you're not the victim here, but you need to sort of take some sort of personal responsibility for the role that you played in allowing that to happen as well. Okay, and kind of this ownership of, maybe I was the victim, maybe this person did, totally F me over, and leave me in a really bad financial situation. But that's the hand I've been dealt. That's what I've got to deal with. I'm going to focus on dealing with that rather than just sitting here and going, oh, this person, that they did this. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that isn't coming across too blamey or anything like that, because I'm not feeling like, there is a lot of blame on your shoulders here. I feel that for a lot of you, it's taking stock of the achievement with that situation as well, because I do feel that for a lot of you, you took sort of ownership at the time of going, look, if you continue, I'm just picking up, like, this is not related to career or finances, but it's financial, I feel, for a lot of you, but I feel as though this is somebody in your personal life here, and you've kind of said to this person, look, you're draining me dry. I need, like, if I continue to, be around you, no. And I feel like you've put a stop to that. And, so you did, at some point, you did take ownership, and that in itself is an achievement, that you sort of said, no more. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. I can't financially afford this. Like, so, taking notice of the achievement of that as well. Okay, Leo. So, allowing yourself the achievement side of the ownership as well. Okay. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So I feel as though, once again, that's very connected with that same thing. For a lot of you here, they're releasing the old patterns and ideas that are not serving you within your financial situation, your career situation. So, really releasing that and taking ownership of, at least that's an achievement that I've made, that I released that. BS, and I'm not holding on to that, and I'm not allowing that to still continue. So I feel like that's a positive for you here, Leo. We do also see the willingness card. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, so some sort of compromise. I do feel as though that's, for a lot of you, that's career. You may be needing to compromise with somebody in your workplace to achieve a result, is what I'm getting. There might be a task where you're needing to work with somebody you don't really work with, or work with somebody where you're totally different and you have different ways of doing things, and you're kind of needing to come to some sort of compromise with this person in order to just get things done. Leo, what's going on for Leo with their career, please? Work, job, career for Leo. And if you're not working, Leo, this could be, like your ideal career situation. This could also show up, if you're not working, it does tend to show up your sort of day-to-day stuff. So see what comes out for you. But work, job, and career, Leo. Straight away, good news on the way. Okay. And I do feel as though there's a reason I mentioned for some of you if you're not working at the moment. Okay, because this is a very sort of straightforward kind of message for a lot of you here, because I do have the rider coming through there. That's that good news is on the way. We do have the child here, which is all about a new beginning that is occurring for you. And then we do have the garden, so for those of you who aren't working, this definitely could be a job interview. A new beginning in the form of a job interview, or meeting up with somebody who, that's where that compromise is coming in as well, because the garden can sometimes talk about meeting someone halfway, someone coming to you with a proposition. I want you to work for me, do this, like, some sort of extra job or extra responsibility, a new job altogether. It might be like a headhunter type thing, meeting up with somebody for like coffee, meeting somebody at an event. But for those of you not working, I do feel like this is like a job interview kind of energy. It's presenting this brand new opportunity for you. This, with the child showing us that new opportunity, it's going to be an opportunity that can definitely grow and evolve and mature into, it's got a lot. It's in its beginning stages here. Okay, so the child is the beginning, and it's still got to grow up into an adult, right? So there's a lot of potential growth there with this. Being playful with it, having fun with it, having fun with the way that you're compromising, and showing this person that you are willing to compromise, having fun with the interview, bringing that sense of playfulness, and cracking a joke, even if you're a bit awkward or whatever, trying to be very light and fun when you're dealing with this as well. You may want to, I am picking up that if this is like a job interview, you may want to do something a little bit quirky, a little bit fun, a little bit adventurous, like where you arrange to meet the person. It might just be somewhere just a little bit quirky, where you like something just, I'm just getting this like little show, displaying your personality to this interviewer in a very fun, quirky kind of manner. So like maybe expressing yourself through your jewelry, your hairstyle, your clothing, having just one little piece that's a little bit fun. Like you can still look very professional, but also have that little aspect of, fun and quirkiness to your outfit. Even if it's just funky socks or something, like colorful socks or something like that. It could work out in your favor. So I am picking up on that. But good news on the way about a new opportunity. And for those of you who are already working, it could be like a new opportunity coming to you in the form of a proposition, changing departments, those sorts of things, some sort of new beginning. It could also be things like an event that you're getting involved in, or an important meeting that is bringing around this important new beginning for you. But because it is pretty much a brand new, good news. There's a new beginning in some way, shape, or form. regardless of whether you're working or not, there is this new beginning. Good news, and it's good news. It's positive. It's happening very quickly too with that rider. He's usually relatively quick here too. And for some of you, I kind of want to say getting back up on the horse as well. So some of you may be getting back into an industry or going back into something that you may have done before as well, and trying that career all over again. But if you are already working, this is definitely coming through more along the lines of like an event or a proposition, a proposal. Um, it may even be another interview as well, like you're having to do an interview for a different position, those sorts of things as well. Um, definitely a new beginning tied up for you with your career at the moment. I just want to grab one more and see if we can see where that sort of leads you. Leo, where does this new beginning lead Leo? Destiny. Okay. We have the cross there. So it helps you release burdens that you might have been carrying. I feel like that's financial burdens. It may actually be more money. It's worth the risk. We're seeing the clover on the bottom of the deck there, so it is worth the risk. And it things sort of falling into place exactly how they need to. Have faith. Have faith that this is leading you in a positive direction here, Leo, because it's definitely working out in your favor one way or another. Okay, Leo, what's going on for Leo with money and finances? Finances for our Leos. Once again, I'm seeing that relationship coming through that I was talking about with the general. This relationship, that you've had with for some of you, this is out and out a relationship from the past that you've had to break that cycle and break that relationship, distance yourself from that in order to say, look, that's it, no more, no more. I'm not going, this is affecting me too much. I'm not going to deal with that. Detachment. So for a lot of you, you're breaking that cycle and focusing more on protecting yourself, nurturing yourself. We have the bear here. I know that's a very pale card, but it is a polar bear. So it's like, your relationship with your boundaries as well here, that you are creating a stronger relationship where you do have boundaries when it comes to your finances, and you are not going to let anyone step over you and take advantage of you in the future. So you've kind of broken that cycle. If that's something that you've dealt with in the past, where somebody may have sort of victimized you by taking advantage of you financially, you are breaking that cycle and looking forward in standing strong and tall in yourself and protecting yourself and nurturing your finances in a much more positive kind of a way. And these changes are for good. These are long-term changes that you've been making. Your intimacy, your emotional intimacy with money is evolving. All right. So you are moving into a much better phase. Because it's all about the relationship that you have with yourself and with money. It is evolving, and you're becoming a little bit more intimate with your relationship with money, if that kind of makes sense. That you're like more able to understand like how to have firm boundaries when it comes to looking after your money, and how to stand strong in this is my money. I'm not gonna give it out to every Tom, Dick and Harry, and nurturing your financial investments and things like that. Just protecting yourself and protecting, your family as well. For some of you, I am picking up that little polar bear. It does have two little baby cubs, one here and then one on its back. It does have two little cubs there. So some of you, it is about protecting, the assets, like not so much the assets, but it definitely could be assets as well here. But it's kind of like protecting your children's future as well. So if you do have children, you're taking that's part of why you're gaining this strength in your boundaries, is because you're like, I need to provide for my children in the future. Like I need to be able to nurture them and protect them and look out for them financially in the future as well. So you're gaining a lot more of a positive influence of yourself with the way that you're looking at dealing with money and moving forward dealing with money as well. We do have the child once again. New beginnings. brand new beginnings for you here, Leo, when it comes to your financial situation as well. So whatever this new beginning within your career is, it's definitely feeling like it is going to create some sort of new adventure for you financially as well. Give you the opportunity to increase your finances and grow those, mature those, maybe give you the option to invest and things like that. And, I have sort of mentioned assets and investments and things just in passing here, but it's feeling stronger as we go. So for those of you who don't have those sorts of things, I feel as though you may in the future. This child energy might actually grow into something where you are really starting to put things aside for the future. I feel like for some of you, it's about putting money into like things like a college fund, or here in Australia we call it university, but putting money aside for your children for you know specific things for your children, whether it be cars, education, whatever. You're really sort of concentrating on providing future assets here, and you do see potential of that being possible, and you growing your finances to a point where that is definitely possible for you. It all seems to start with you protecting and nurturing the relationship that you have with money, and not allowing taking ownership of your role as someone who has maybe made mistakes but has also made accomplishments with the way that you've learned more, and you've broken previous cycles when it comes to your finances, and detached when things haven't been working. You've detached from that, whether it be people or investments. Okay, you're like, that investment's not working. I'm going to detach from that. I'm going to take my money back out and put it elsewhere where it is going to help me provide in the way that I need to. All right, and this is long-term changes. So long-term, we do see new beginnings for you financially. Okay, so that's all looking pretty good for you here, Leo. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel as well, and hopefully I will see you all again soon.